Hello, everyone. This is Don's Meditation Podcast. And in today's podcast, I'm going to discuss how to deal with your ex. How to deal with your ex when you have kids. How to deal with your ex when kids are involved. So in this situation, if you guys broken up, if you're married or if you was in a relationship or you're married and now you're divorced and now you guys have a child together, so pretty much you guys stay involved in each other's life for the rest, pretty much until your child becomes 18 or so. So you're going to be involved with this other person, your ex. So in this situation, you have to both be mature enough to just co-parent. Okay? You have to be able to co-parent, period. So I would say this: if you're a woman, and because most likely 9 times out of 10, the child is going to be with the mom. So if you are the mom and you have the child, you guys just gonna have to learn how to co-parent together. If you guys broke up, you guys gotta, if you guys are just broken up and it's too emotional, then you might have to wait for a while, until you guys can be able to figure out to talk maturely as adults on how you guys gonna, do this, as far as spending time with the child, and stuff like that. So in my situation, years ago when I was married, when we broke up, I left. We actually separated. But I would pick up my kids every other week. So that's how I would do it. So if you have someone that I should actually make this podcast called "How to Co-Parent with Your Ex." Actually, I think that's a better title, because this is basically what you're going to be doing if you have kids. Because, yeah. So if you guys just broken up and if it's too much tension involved, you might have to just kind of let time pass for a while until you guys can both can maturely talk to each other, about how you guys gonna co-parent and how you guys gonna split up the time with the kids, kids or a child, and like I said, like how I did it every other week. So one week I had my kids, and then the other week she had them. And that was it. And then, when it comes to maybe, providing, you guys got to figure out how you guys going to work that out as far as providing financial support for the child. Hopefully, you guys can talk about that. And hopefully the dad is showing support, and take care of his financial responsibility to his children and helping out. Hopefully he's doing that. So yeah, all that comes into play. How you guys gonna, split up the time. How you guys gonna do financial responsibilities? Is he gonna do his part by helping out with, taking care of all, helping out with clothes and what have you, and school supplies if they're going to school. The father should be helping out in that aspect, Hopefully. If not, if he's not taking care of that responsibility, then you have the right as a mom to file for child support. Okay? So you have the right. Especially, you guys have a child together, and you guys are not together, and you're trying to work with the father, to be, to be trying to work it out where he's able to see see his kid, and you guys will be able to co-parent together. Because right now the relationship is just over. It's not work. I don't know, unless you guys are trying to maybe work things out where you guys can come back together. But if it's already been some time apart from each other, or maybe like I don't know, maybe 6 months to a year. I don't know. I mean, anything's possible. Things can get back together. It can. Things can work out where you guys get back together. That can happen. I'm not gonna rule that out. But I would just say, despite that, if you're not together, you're not trying to work it out, you guys gotta just focus on raising the child. Okay? So there shouldn't be no arguing in front of the child. If you're on the phone and it gets to a point where it's getting a heated discussion, you may need to just hang up the phone. Because you don't want to subject your child to that negative energy. If there's tension going on and you guys are arguing and stuff, you gotta let that go. You don't want to bring that negative energy around your child. You want to raise your child in a healthy environment where they're able to develop and grow and be healthy children. You don't want them dealing with all that, because then they'll be unstable and they'll have a lot of instability growing up. They won't be able to do their very best at school like you want. They'll have some issues, and then you'll be wondering why they acting out and doing this and that, because it's because of the energy that's in the house. Kids feed off of energy. They can sense when something's not right, and then it makes them unhappy, and they start crying for no reason or acting out, and you wonder why. What's going on with this kid? What's going on with Johnny? Or what's going on with, Samantha? Or why are they acting like that? It's because all the tension that's in the house, and it's making them feel a certain way. It's making them feel uneasy. They want to feel love, and and a lot of times, parents, they take their frustration out on their kids, and then they, just getting mad at them, for any little thing. And, in no actuality, they just being kids, they just being children, Kids gonna be kids, they gonna do stuff, but you can't be hollering at them and getting on them for every little thing. You gotta nurture them, train them and teach them. That's the way to do it. You gotta show love to them. Okay? Even if you're going through, a situation with the kid's father, you can't take it out on the kid. It's not fair to him or her. They didn't do anything. You're here they in your life for you to be a parent, to nurture them. And so I know it's not easy. You're gonna you may have to work on yourself too in the process of being a parent. So it's kind of like a double job. Like, you gotta learn how to be a mother, so you won't be abusive to your child. And also you got to work on yourself on being a loving mother. And that starts with, your inner works. You got to show yourself self-love. And you do that, and I'm going to tell you, the only way to do that is by connecting with the universe. You have to connect with God. You got to get in touch with your spirit. You got to get in touch with God and ask God to help you to be a better mom, a better parent. You gotta ask God to help you to be that parent that your child needs. You gotta work on yourself. You gotta ask God to help you to let go of any negativity in your heart toward the father. You know, if he broke up with you, if he cheated on you, I know it hurts. Or even if a guy raising if it's a man and you're raising your child alone and she cheated and she wasn't the one, she's the one that did all the stuff, you're gonna have to let it go. As tough it is, as hard as it could be, challenging as it is, you have to let it go and be a parent to your child, no matter what, you know. And you know, I'm mainly speaking for the mothers, because usually is 90% of the mothers that are the single parents with the child. So you have to let go of any resentment and anger you have towards your ex, and be a mature and be a parent, a loving parent to your child. You have to. Okay? You can't be walking around with that resentment and your hurt in your heart and then try to be a parent. It's not going to work, because you're going to take it out, all that hurt and pain, you're going to take it out on the kid. And, you know, and that's how abuse happens. You know, you have children that are abused and you know, they parent, their mom, or, you know, they abuse them because they not happy. You know, because, you know, a lot of that happens because the parent's not happy. They're going through all this, you know, this drama with their ex, and they don't know how to deal with it. And then they got the baby there, and they screaming at the baby, shut up, you know, and the baby don't ask for that. You know, and then the baby's upset and unhappy because, you know, they sense that. They sense the energy. You know, they sense that, you know, you're not happy. So they start crying and everything, and, you know, and you don't know how to deal with it, and then you get mad at the baby. It's not his fault. So you have to work on yourself. You have to pray. You have to meditate. Okay? You got to release the anger. You got to forgive. You got to work on your forgiveness. You got to work on your whole self. You really have to work on yourself so you can be the best for your child. You know, and once you heal from what happened in your relationship, then you can move on and be the parent you need to be. And that's what I will focus on, working on yourself. If you broke up, work on yourself and your child. Focus on you and your child, period. That's it. Because you need to work on yourself and your child, you know, right at this point. You don't need to focus on your ex and who he dating and who he with now and what's going on. I'm telling you, oh my God, I've been through all that when I was younger. I've been through that with I've been through that. You know, I'm trying to co-parent. For me, like I had so in my younger years, you know, I had a son, and we started out living together. You know, my ex, she, I'm not gonna lie, like I cheated too. You know, I messed up. But then she cheated on me, and I actually saw it. Yeah. And I ended up moving out and, you know, trying to live, you know, just trying to, you know, work on myself. I moved out, and then so I was still being a parent. I would pick up my son. But then it was drama because then, you know, my son's mom was, you know, she was, you know, trying to, you know, get back with me, and then I wasn't feeling it. And then, you know, I started like dating other people, and, you know, she found out I don't know how, but in some kind of way she found out I was dating somebody else, and yeah, it was just not good. So my thing is, if that's the case, like if you're the female, I know you love your ex and all, but you know, you can't control what he do. That's it. Like if he moved on, he's dating somebody else, that's it. Like you gotta let it go. You gotta let it go, man. It's hard, but you gotta let it go. And just the real talk. You gotta let it go and focus on being a parent. Focus on being a mom. to your child and let your ex go. You know, you can't be focused on that. You can't give your energy to that over there. You got to focus on you and your child, period. So that, you know, it was a lot. So like I said, it was a lot of drama. You know, she was, you know, popping over my house. You know, I had my kid and all that. And finally that stopped, you know, I had to, she only did that like once. And I told her she can't be doing that, you know. But yeah, but you have to be mature. Both of you guys just got to be mature. You know, you got to just focus on you and the child. And then, you know, eventually things will work out. If you guys, you know, if you focus on you, don't feed into what he's doing, you know, and just y'all can talk, you know, if you are in a place where you guys can co-parent, then that's great. Just work on co-parenting, and y'all can set the schedule when he can pick up his child, and then work on, you know, the situation with finances. If he's not being consistent with finances, and if you guys are not able to work out a situation with finances, then, you know, you may have to file for child support. If he's, you know, not really helping out like you would like, because you have that right as a mother. Don't be worrying about who he's dating. Hopefully, if he's mature enough, he wouldn't have like just any, like both of you guys. If you guys are co-parenting, you shouldn't have like, and then you decide to date, you shouldn't have like, I would advise you not to have anybody around your children, any other person around your children, if you guys are not like living together or married or you shouldn't have anyone around your children. You know what I mean? Like I just, my opinion on that. I feel like that your personal relationships, dating relationships should be separate from, you know, your child's life, unless you guys unless you're in a serious relationship and you guys are planning on like getting married or, you know, something like that. Otherwise, you shouldn't. And I'm talking based on experience. You know, you have, because, you know, otherwise you'll have different people that your children are seeing coming in and out of your life, and that's not healthy, because kids get attached to people, and then all of a sudden, if they're not there, they're like, hey, where's Michael at? What happened? You know, and then the next person come, and the next person come, and vice versa if it's a guy. You know, then you have different women around your kids, and then, you know, it's just not a good thing. You don't want to have them seeing that, you know. So if you are moved on or whatever, and you start to date, don't bring your kids around the people you date. That's just not healthy, because they do get attached. I experienced that myself. You know, I met someone, and, you know, she was a nice, you know, person, and, you know, and she would invite me and my kids to, like, you know, dinner and stuff. She would cook, or just like birthday parties and stuff, and, you know, she was cool. She was a really nice person, but, you know, then it didn't work out. We stopped talking, and they wonder, like, hey, you know, hi, Dad, where's so-and-so at? And then, you know, you guys really they don't really understand. They're little, you know. They remember, you know, and, you know, I say, oh, you know, they're okay. We have to say, oh, they're at work or something, you know, just, you know. Anyway, I just think it's not a good idea to do that, especially if you guys are just kind of if you're just meeting someone, and, yeah, if you don't have, like, long-term commitments, or if it's not, like, someone in your life, like for long-term, then I wouldn't do it. It's not a good idea. Focus on being a parent. Focus on being the best parent you can be for your child, and focus on co-parenting. That period shouldn't, you know, your ex shouldn't be, y'all shouldn't, if the kid's father is asking you questions about, oh, who you dating, or are you seeing someone, that's none of his business. He shouldn't even be asking you questions like that. You know, if he's asking you a question like that, don't even respond. Don't even entertain it. You know, that's not none of his business. He moved on. He moved on. You moved on. You guys are not together. He shouldn't even be worrying about that. Okay, that shouldn't be none of his business. So the conversation should be only about the child. Period. And you know, that's it. And what he needs, or how was the week, the day or weekend, whatever. But blah blah blah. But anything else shouldn't be. If he asking you, oh, so you're dating now, or this and that, or, you know, especially in the beginning. Now, like, say like if it's years gone by and you guys are cool, you know. I mean, I still, like, I never asked my ex, oh, who are you dating now? Never. Like, usually in conversation, like when I would drop off my kids and we talk, and then, you know, it kind of like slowly mention like a person that they're with, and, you know, and that's it. But other than that, I never ask, oh, who are you dating? It's none of my business. Why do I need to know that? I don't need to know that. But usually, you know, a person asks that because they kind of low key want to, you know, see what you're doing and want to, you know, get back with you, you know. But yeah. So anyway, all right. Well, hope this podcast helps someone out there. Please focus on yourself. If focus on your child and focus on yourself. You know, don't take out any frustration on your kid. That's not it's not healthy for them. It's not healthy for you. You bringing that energy into your child and yourself. You're not going to attract the best life for yourself. So focus on yourself. Focus on loving yourself. Focus on loving your child. Okay? Love yourself. Meditate. Forgive yourself. Forgive your ex for what he did, for cheating on you or whatever happens that caused a breakup. Forgive. You got to let it go. I know it's difficult, but you got to. You got to move on. You got to forgive and let go. And be the mom or dad that you need to be for your child. Okay? Okay. I will probably make another video on this. I made this because this just kind of came to my mind and my heart to do this. Because I know a lot of people, younger people, deal with this. And they don't know what to do. You know, because this time can be very challenging. So, anyway, hope you like this message. If you want to donate to this podcast, you can donate through Cash App. My Cash App is $ Dontre Glenn 23. That's so that $ DONTRE GLENN. That's $D as in David ONTRE Glenn GLENN 23. That is $, Dontre Glenn 23. So if you want to donate to this channel, or if you need one-on-one coaching over the phone, you can email